Mary.
That's what he said to me the other day. He was like, wow, this is real Mary.
Number 10, Joy and Crush. Dating in the public eye is not exactly common in the K-pop industry. The couples we do know about were mostly exposed through paparazzi, and few lasted. However, one success story seems to have weathered the storm of scrutiny. Red Velvet member Joy and Korean R&B singer Crush have reportedly been together since 2021. While there was speculation that they broke up in early 2024, nothing official was ever announced, so it seems quite possible that the two musicians are still in harmony. Number 9, Demi Lovato and Jutes.
Came in to write on one of my sessions, and I was in the studio and was like,
Immediately attracted to him, yeah.
A bop wasn't the only thing cooking in the studio when the camp rock star collaborated with Jordan Lutz on her album Holy F*** in 2022. The independent musician, who goes by Jutes, was initially skeptical about working with a pop star, but was pleasantly surprised by the hard rock nature of the project.
I was like, oh, sick. Like, it was inspiring me to go further into like the type of rock that I started making after, like the grunge rock and the very 90s nostalgic, like that music inspired me to then get back in the studio and make another project. So it was a happy surprise.
Not long after meeting, they were spotted out and about in New York City, hand in hand. By August, it was clear they were in love, and a year later, he popped the question. Clearly, this pair is writing their own happy ending.
It's so great when it works out.
Oh, yeah.
You want to have his kids?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, this is serious.
Yeah.
Number 8, Miley Cyrus and Maxx Morando.
The more that you give, the less that I need. Everyone says I look happy.
This Disney legend has had a tumultuous love life for years, much of which played out very publicly. However, she seems to have found her true match in Lele drummer Maxx Morando. Fans first got wind of a new flame between the two all the way back in 2021. However, it wasn't until 2022 that they opened up about their relationship. From meeting on a blind date to moving in together, the twosome are ticking milestones off the cutest relationship checklist one by one. Number 7, Guaynaa and Lele Pons. Vine may be obsolete now, but one of its biggest stars, Lele, keeps soaring to new heights of success. Her popularity multiplied manifold as she transitioned to YouTube and launched her music career. Now, she's married to one of the most prominent Latin rappers today, Guaynaa. The couple have been together since 2020 and tied the knot in 2023. Celebrating their big day with them were A-listers like Paris Hilton and Camila Cabello. Only a power couple could pull such a crowd. Besides, with the fab music they make together, such as the viral hit Se Te Nota, we need them to stay in love for our sake. Number 6, Tate McRae and the Kid Laroi. When they're not dominating TikTok, these two young rising stars are packing on the PDA. They got together in 2024, which was a big year for them in terms of their careers, but they made sure to show up for each other too.
I feel like you guys gotta get in the studio, do something, it'd be good.
Yeah, maybe. He's amazing.
From Tate gushing over him every chance she got, to Laroi giving her a shout out during a concert in Dublin, the lovebirds were very much relationship goals. Fans are already dreaming up a collab, and if they keep going this steady, we might actually get that track sooner than expected. Fingers crossed.
Sometimes when you like connect it to, it feels like you're like making a parody of like a thing that you're supposed to do. Yeah. Like I'm like, it feels like we're like, this isn't real. The fact that we're like singing seriously at each other. Yeah.
Number 5, Ashanti and Nelly. We have 3 simple words to describe this couple: meant to be.
Hey, how you doing, mama? I need to know your name.
After falling in love in the early 2000s, they dated for a decade before going their separate ways. However, the inexplicable force of fate must have been tugging at their heartstrings.
We haven't seen or spoken to each other in over 6 years.
Oh,
so that
I
was
thought
the
y'all
first.
were friendly from that hug. If my ex came at me like that, wait a minute, we haven't seen each other in 6 years, bro. So 6 years have passed, you haven't talked, you haven't spoken, and he went in for a hug.
After reuniting on stage in 2021, the pair of Grammy winners officially got back together in 2023. Perhaps to make up for lost time, they got married before the year came to a close. Another year later, the couple welcomed their firstborn, a baby boy. That's a love story straight out of a rom-com.
I cried. I gave him the biggest hug and kiss ever. I FaceTimed everyone I know.
Number 4, Vince Gill and Amy Grant. If you're ever in need of relationship tips, look no further than this couple.
I know that one thing we give each other is a lot of freedom. And part of that's marrying when we did. We kind of already had our rhythms there. But what my feeling is, I just love returning to him.
Gill and Grant had a whirlwind romance in the late 90s that saw them getting hitched within a year of dating. As their first wedding anniversary rolled around, they became parents to a little girl, Corinna. Although many believed that they left their respective spouses for each other, Amy shut down such rumors, clarifying that they were just friends then. However, she did admit to feeling like they, quote, kept crossing paths until the stars aligned and they could take their then platonic relationship to the next level.
And now it's so weird, like the two of us just kind of dancing around, just the obvious energy that was immediate from the beginning.
Number 3, Alicia Keys and Swizz Beatz. How has this romance not been adapted into a movie yet? Alicia Keys met her now hubby as a teenager.
Her best friend at the time she used to rap, and she was in my class, and she used to always tell me like, yo, you gotta meet my friend Ali, you gotta meet my friend Ali. See like what you doing, your DJing thing, and she's playing a piano thing, like maybe I can come together and do something.
At the time, his flashy lifestyle as a budding hip-hop icon didn't appeal to her. However, she definitely judged the book by its cover. Once they got to talking years later in the aughts, sparks flew.
I didn't think we had anything in common. But I think that when we started to actually get to know each other, that's when I realized that a lot of things that I thought about him was not who he actually was. And so when I started to actually uncover what he was about, that's when I started to realize, like, wow.
It didn't sit well with Beatz' ex-wife, Mashonda Tafrere, though, who labeled the Girl on Fire singer a homewrecker. Nevertheless, once their divorce was finalized, he got down on one knee for Alicia and they married in 2010. In October that year, their first son was born. They've since welcomed another son and are as lovey-dovey today as they were years ago.
It's that meditation, boo. That's why I get up.
I gotta catch up. I love you too.
Number 2, Big Sean and Jhené Aiko.
Bring that body to me.
This unbelievably good-looking couple had an instant connection from the moment they met in 2012. Although they've put several names to their relationship, like collaborators, competitors, and friends, it was probably just electric chemistry all along. In fact, Jhené even admitted to going on a date with Sean back then, even though she wasn't single.
The one thing I can say is he immediately felt familiar, like I knew him already. And I was comfortable with him immediately.
Sometime later, while she was married to Dot DeGenius, Sean gave her a cheeky little kiss on stage, with the world watching. She filed for divorce soon after and made things official with the bounce back rapper in 2016. A brief breakup and a baby later, they're still not married, but are actively working on their relationship.
It's a crazy connection because no matter what, we're always going to be tied together.
Number 1, Bruce Springsteen and Patti Scialfa.
Get me, baby, struggling to do everything right.
This romance is older than all of Gen Z. The boss got caught in a tryst with his now wife in the 80s, while still married to model and actress Julianne Phillips. According to Springsteen, he and Phillips had separated, but he insisted it remain private. He and Scialfa were papped getting cozy during his Tunnel of Love tour, and shortly after, Phillips filed for divorce. That marriage ended, and another began just 3 years later with Patti, who by that time had given birth to their first son, Evan.
Wait for you, should I fall behind? Will you wait for me?
Decades later, the couple are joined at the hip, despite rumors in 2010 that he had cheated on her with New Jersey housewife Ann Kelly. Infidelity or not, they are now grandparents who will most likely live and love happily ever after.
It takes a red-headed woman to get that dirty job done. Dedicated to my fabulous wife.
Which of these couples do you hope stay together forever? Let us know in the comments.
Them together. Yes. Well, because I love how, they took their time.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from MsMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.